Hey, what is up guys, Tyler here, and in this video I'll be talking about the Itel X16 lineup. So if you're interested, sit back and relax. By the way, if you're new to this channel, welcome. We're on the road to 200 subscribers, and a sub from you, yes, you watching this video will be really cool. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Itel S16 lineup, which consists of the Itel S16, the S16 Pro and the S16 Pro 4G, in which the S16 costs 31,500. It costs 34,000 naira for the S16 Pro and 49,000 naira for the S16 Pro 4G. Right out of the bat, I am very disappointed with this device. The fact that they are still giving us 1GB of RAM for the base model, which is Itel S16, is really poor in 2020. I think that smartphones shouldn't be given 1GB of RAM anymore, because apps and modern apps and games cannot really work well on 1GB of RAM. Now I know this device is really cheap, it's just 31,500 naira, which is around $85 or thereabout. I know it's really cheap, but I still think we shouldn't be giving 1GB of RAM anymore. So I say, what's wrong with you? Like, come on, at least 2GB of RAM for your lowest end model should be like what we should get in 2020. We shouldn't be getting devices with 1GB of RAM anymore. Please work on that. The 2021 devices should give us at least 2GB of RAM, and starting from 64GB of internal storage. We don't want 16GB of and 8GB of internal storage anymore. Another problem I have with this lineup is that it's having a Pro model and a Pro 4G model, which I think is not making sense at all, if you understand what I mean. Because like, you call a device Pro and the device is just having bare bones specs that are not even up to Pro standards. You'll see why towards the end of the video and during the course of the video as I list the specs. But the specs of the Pro model is really bad, and the device shouldn't be named Pro. Like, scrap that Pro name, it shouldn't be named Pro at all. Now what I think is that instead of the Pro model and the Pro 4G model, just call it the Pro. So like Itel S16 and the S16 Pro. So it's that Pro model that will be having 4G and the higher end specs, not like you have Itel S16, Itel S16 Pro and Itel S16 Pro 4G. That naming scheme is really bad. I think they should scrap it. In case they'll make any device next year, they shouldn't have a naming system like this. And I think 4G should be mainstream in Nigeria already, because other countries are having 5G. Like, 5G is rolling out faster, but I don't know how fast it is. But I still think some cities in other countries are getting 5G. So at least the best we can do now is to give more devices 4G and not give devices 3G. Then Pro model, you pay extra for 4G. Now that out of the way, let's get into the specs. The Itel S16 is made up of plastic, which looks really good and eye-catching, with a water drop notch style cutout. Speaking of the display, it has a 6.5-inch display with a resolution of 480 by 960 pixels, which means videos will max out at 480 pixels, which is really, and I say it's really bad. Like, very bad. That's downright just messed up. It uses a Unisoc SC7731E processor, backed up with 1GB of RAM and 16GB of storage, which is expandable to 64GB of storage. It runs on Android 10 Go edition, which is the lighter version of Android. So you'll be getting like Google Go, Assistant Go, Gmail Go, all this lighter version of the mainstream Android apps. It has a triple camera setup consisting of an 8-megapixel main camera, a 2-megapixel depth sensor, and a 0.3-megapixel AI camera, which should be decent. I am not promising anything on this device, though. I use an Itel P32 to record my videos. That device was made 2018 or thereabouts, and the camera is good, I think, because some people have asked me like, do I use a DSLR camera to shoot my videos, and I just use a smartphone and a mic that is here. Not really a mic, but yeah, it works, and 1080p is fine for me for now. So yeah, the camera should be good, like it should be something like what you are looking at now. That's how it should look like, but it's not anything mind-blowing or extraordinary. It has a 4000 mAh battery which is capable of lasting you a day on fairly intensive use, and the fact that it's running on Android 10 Go edition will make it last even longer. My take on this device is that it's really good for the price you're getting, though I would have preferred it is like 25,000 naira, or let's just say maximum 27,000 naira, but I still think it's a device to give like students who are just going into the use of smartphones, and you don't want to give them high-end smartphones so as not to spoil them anyways. This is a really good device to give them, like students of GS1, GS2 or GS3. I think it's a really good device to give them. Now let's go into the Itel S16 Pro. I still hate the name, by the way. It is also made of plastic. It has a 6.6-inch display with a resolution of 720 by 1600 pixels, which is better than the Itel S16 anyways. The processor is the same as the Itel S16, but it has 2GB of RAM and 32GB of storage instead. It also has a 4000 mAh battery, which is enough for day-to-day activities on this device. Well, my opinion on this device is same as the last one, but the last one I would have given it a 2.5 star rating, and this one a 3, and just not 3.5, a 3-star rating, just because I think this an higher end device, and yeah, it will give you a bit more. Like 2GB of RAM is fair enough for games like PUBG Lite, Frag, and yeah, just all these light games, but not for heavy games. So you can give your students who are in SS1 or your grandparents or thereabouts. Now let's go to the Itel S16 Pro 4G. Oh, what a mouthful. Now it runs on Android 10 Go edition. Also, it has a resolution of 720 by 1600 pixels. So basically, videos will max out at 720p, especially if you're watching on YouTube or any streaming site that use the screen of your device to get the maximum resolution or thereabouts. It has the same specs as the Itel S16 Pro, but it's 4G. So yeah, you get faster internet speed on this device, and yes, basically a better device all round. They all have rear fingerprint sensors, which I think is amazing. Like the device I use also has a rear fingerprint sensor, and it does what I need really good. By the way, one pro tip for you guys is that I'll advise you to like register the same fingerprint like 2 or 3 times, but at different angles, so that you will get accurate results whenever you unlock your device every time. They still use the micro USB port. I don't know when Itel is going to switch or transition to the USB Type-C Live. Based on what I know about them, I'm guessing 2025, or Itel surprised me. There is no fast charging or an IP rating on this device, and yeah, basically you're just getting an entry level device with really good names to think that you're getting a really good device. My take on this lineup is that this device, this lineup is really good. I mean, it's good for what they do, especially, which is to give you budget devices, and yeah, just budget devices or entry level devices for really cheap. I don't think any other manufacturer, smartphone manufacturer in Nigeria, or who sells to Nigeria and some other countries, like make devices as cheap as Itel. So yeah, they give us good devices, but I still think this year's device is really bad. Overall, I'll give this lineup a 2.5 star rating, which is fair enough. I think they can improve, they can do better, and yeah. And that brings this video to an end. I know there was a lot of rambling in this video just because I didn't script it. Like, I didn't really script it, so all this thing I'm saying is from the top of my head. So if you enjoyed it, give it a like, or give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, click on that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. All in all, this lineup is not the best from Itel. I think it still sucks to see that Itel is not improving in some aspects. So all I would advise you to get is, like, you should get the S16 Pro 4G to enjoy your hard-earned money. Like, don't get the Pro and the normal base model, because I don't think it's worth your hard-earned money. And that's basically it. But if you want like alternatives that are this price range, you can get the Umideji A3s smartphone. Link in the iCard above. I made a video on that device. Or the Itel, no, not Itel, the Samsung A series, which are this price range, like the 50,000 naira price range. Or just get Infinix or Techno. Like, they give you more for your money. Though Techno and Infinix have this problem of giving you a lot of bloatware and ads, and that's why I just enjoy Itel. They don't really give you bloatware and ads in your device. And that's basically it. This device, this lineup is fair enough. It's a 3-star rating for me, and thanks for staying this far. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, click on that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.